Honor Guard, please escort before this court of honor Eagle Scout candidate Vincent Perkins, his parents, and his presenter, Jared Perkins, where Vincent will receive the highest youth award conferred by the Boy Scouts of America, that of Eagle Scout. It is my pleasure to present Jared Perkins, Vincent's older brother. Jared graduated from Detroit Country Day School last year and is a freshman at Columbia College in Chicago, pursuing a degree in the film and video program. Jared?
I would like to thank Vincent for selecting me to be his Eagle Scout presenter. I truly appreciate this honor. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Jared Perkins. I've been Vincent's older brother since the day he was born. And when he was born, we became instant friends. My mom always said you were always Vincent's favorite person. And through the years, he's become my favorite as well. Now, when my mom sent me all the information to write this speech, I took a look at his resume and all the accomplishments that he has achieved over these past few years, and I said, wow, no wonder he's made it here. But the resume does not hold a candle to the incredible amount of character and self-discipline that it took for my brother Vincent to get here. He has worked long and hard to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. He's been working at this ever since the level of Tiger Cub. And to think that this is just the beginning of the greatness that is to come. I'm lucky to have Vincent as a brother. So often do I hear stories about how brothers don't get along. And I'm perplexed by this because Vincent and I get along very well. We always have. From video games, sports, family vacations, we always enjoy spending time with each other. I had the wonderful opportunity of being able to attend high school at the same time as Vincent. I was a senior and he was a freshman. And this was an excellent way for me to bear witness to the leadership qualities and high character that Vincent has always exemplified. And I was able to watch him grow as a person. It is interesting to think that just as my high school journey was ending, his was beginning. We were on the track team together, and I remember that when he beat me, I felt so proud. It was amazing. And I also, in this time, drove him to more than one scout meeting here at this very church. And that time commitment was not an easy task. The many hours that he spent obtaining the requirements were met by me and he demonstrated the utmost perseverance and dedication. And I'd like to think that these traits are definitely something that helped him arrive to today. And Vincent has shown me time and time again that you can always achieve your goals through hard work and patience. Vincent spends a lot of time to perfect whatever it is that he is working on. His Eagle Scout project is a testament to that notion. I remember the months of preparations that he had to do, the long reports that were on top of his already strenuous workload, taking a number of honors classes. And I had the pleasure of videotaping his project as it evolved and progressed. It was truly an honor to witness that. And I saw the difference that it made for the people that he was helping. And he also once again demonstrated excellent leadership ability during this project, leading scouts and volunteers of all ages, directing them in a guiding but not demanding way, and allowing the project to grow naturally over time. Vincent truly embodies what it means to be a scout. His compassion and ability to work with others has made him a true contributor to Troop 1032. I'm proud to have Vincent as a brother, and he is well deserving of the Eagle Scout honor. Let's hear it for him.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our Eagle Scout candidate, Vincent Perkins. Vincent, please come forward.
I'd just like to thank my brother. That was a very nice speech. And yeah, I just want to thank him. So, before I describe to you what it means to be an Eagle Scout, I must describe to you what it has meant and what it means now to be a Boy Scout in general. When first joining Troop 1032, I could already tell Boy Scouts was going to shape itself into a different experience than the one I had become familiar with, which is Cub Scouts. As a Cub, the Tigers, Wolves, Bears, and Webelos were usually separated into their age groups and ranks. And at my Country Day lower school, where pack meetings took place, everyone knew everyone else. In this new realm of Boy Scouts forever, however, I was thrust into an environment where I would communicate and work with Scouts with all ages, even Scouts I didn't know. I definitely felt nervous at first, but my outlook simply changed over time as I began to realize that all of these Wednesday meetings, campouts, and activities had an underlying meaning, and that meaning was to unify the members of the troop and form memories and bonds between Scouts that could last a lifetime. A definition of the word scouting from the dictionary states, to examine or observe anything in order to obtain information or to seek something. But more specifically, in Boy Scouting, what is it we seek to find exactly? To answer that question, what is sought by the members of the troop changes throughout the years spent in Boy Scouting. In the beginning, we seek acceptance from others, and we seek an example to guide our future actions. In the latter parts of our scouting journey, we seek to accept others into the troop and be the example to guide the younger Scouts. And even more importantly, after 5 years of Boy Scouting, what I have also found is that there are irreplaceable memories and bonds that have formed throughout the years. So going back again to when I started Boy Scouting in February of 2008, my two main goals were to memorize the Scout Oath and Law, and also stay out of the way of some of the intimidating older Scouts during meetings. As time progressed, my motives proved to be pointless or short-lived, and as time passed, my outlook once again changed. But not because of me, but the people around me. For instance, those older Scouts that I always seemed intimidated by, I felt glad to know I had the wrong impression of them, because they turned out to be the most helpful and enjoyable people in the troop. For the most part, exemplified the mentality of scouting, that was to learn and work and get the job done responsibly, but have fun doing it. As an example, in my early years of scouting, scouts such as Tim Moore, Brian Freeberg, and Jordan Smith were always somewhat crazy, but I can remember they made first aid fun by coming up with ridiculous scenarios for us younger scouts to deal with in order to get ready for the first aid rally. So although the scenarios consisted of a lot of theatrics and made us laugh, the scouts still did a great job of making a serious effort to tell us what we had to correct after the scenario was over. So a time came when a lot of these scouts, a few years older than I, became Eagles and were less active in the troop because of busy schedules or even going off to college. They did set a precedent, however, to what scouting meant in terms of working hard, getting a job done, and having fun in the process, and also following the values of scouting. As a younger scout, I sought out the older scouts as an example to follow. My scouting career progressed, lots of great times and countless memories were shared, and I settled into the troop. Some of my most memorable moments in scouting come from the variety of events that I took part in. I remember working with my family and Mr. Pohl early on to build some awesome cars in the Pinewood Derby, and remember winning the Pinewood Derby as a Wolf Cub. I also remember the overnight trips on the submarine as a Bear Cub, and as a Webelo, I took part in my first Boy Scout camp out in the wintertime, where I experienced firsthand what it was like to go on a weekend camp out in the cold. I remember my first year at Cole Canoe Base as well, when a sudden violent thunderstorm forced me, along with Paul, David, Grant, and a few other scouts, to run for their lives back to the pavilion at camp. So I remember attending Trail of the Eagle as well for the first time, where I was placed in the green troop with Nick Beatty. And here we received the chance to meet and discover people who took the same interest in scouting that we did, such as Mr. Ken Mills, the Green Troop Scoutmaster, and the numerous other boys around Michigan that we received the pleasure of meeting. I took that opportunity of meeting new scouts to a greater extent when attending the 2010 National Jamboree with Troop 1202. This time, I had the actual true joy of not having a single person from my home troop with me on my journey to Fort A.P. Hill in Virginia. But over the week and a half at the Jamboree, I was able to meet new kids and have a great time because we all had a common interest, which was scouting. And it's what allowed for us to form bonds that we would have not otherwise had. Just last year, I attended Sea Base in the Bahamas. On the sailboat with the crew enjoying the sun or watching shooting stars, that made the trip the closest thing scouting has ever come to a vacation. So, in all, scouting makes a more connected person. Scouting can not only connect new people, but it can connect people to places, sceneries, or activities that without scouting, they would never have gotten a chance to see or experience. Now, as these wonderful and rewarding scout memories were fantastic, I remember that my 5-year journey as a scout progressed in terms of responsibility as well. I was once a younger scout, and as I grew older, I felt an obligation to the troop to guide the new scouts, just as the older scouts and scoutmaster had guided me when I was in those same shoes. My privilege to be senior patrol leader last year really gave me the chance to understand the tough process that all the leaders have to go through in order to keep the troop running. It also made me realize the dedication that is required and the dedication that everyone gives to the troop because they care. Scoutmasters Mr. Wiki, Mr. Freeberg, and Mr. Rivera definitely stepped up to the plate and showed their dedication and continue to do so along with all of the other adult leaders who take time out of their schedules to help inspire the meaning of scouting throughout the troop. So taking on the role of SBL helped me learn about the meaning of scouting and my personality. In a sense, scouting can be described as a pay-it-forward system where everyone does their part. In February 2008, I received help from the wonderful people who had been dedicated to this troop to advance to the ranks. And now in February of 2013, I seek to give the help to the troop that I once received that has led me to be standing at this podium today. Being a scout has taught me invaluable lessons, and like how I defined scouting earlier as the act of seeking out something, scouting has taught me to always search for a way to help other people around you, and search for a way to help yourself by utilizing the values that are preached within the Scout Oath and Law. What becoming Eagle Scout means to me is that I've shown my ability and dedication to the ideas of scouting, which I use now to never stop helping others and never stop improving upon myself. And to every scout before me who has not attained Eagle Scout yet, I believe in you to scout your way to the top and stay dedicated to the troop because the memories and experience you will gain if you stick with it are irreplaceable. So find something that inspires you and about scouting and seek to make a difference in yourself and the people around you. Making Eagle Scout for me is the end of one journey, but the beginning of another that will open new doors, hopefully, in the future to better myself, lead by example, better the troop, and better the community. So to conclude my speech, I'd once again like to thank all the Scoutmasters and the adults in the troop that make everything possible. Secondly, I would like to thank Ms. Link for encouraging me to finish up my Eagle project and requirements, and also her endless dedication to the troop. I hope to see every one of you scouts sitting before me to make it to this podium in the future if you have not already done so. And it's been an honor serving with Troop 1032 up to this point, and I will continue to do so in the future. Thank you very much.
I'm sure that you, Vincent, would like your parents to stand with you as you are presented the Eagle Scout Award. Would Priscilla and Huel please join Vincent? Vincent Frederick Perkins, on behalf of the National Council and Great Lakes Council, Boy Scouts of America, it is with distinct honor and pleasure that we present you with the Eagle Scout Award. Priscilla, would you please pin upon your son's uniform the Eagle Scout medal as evidence of his great accomplishment? The medal should be placed on the flap of the left pocket of his uniform. Vincent, the court now asks you to present an Eagle Scout's mother's pin to your mom. And more hugs.